This is the Unit 8 review for Intro to Algebra 1. I'm going to go over certain problems from the homework, which was page 187, numbers 1 through 18 and 20. All right, so these are the selected problems I have from those pages that I'm going to do. I'll do this in two different videos. This one will be through number 11, which is really when you're solving for the inequalities. The second video will deal with when you are graphing the inequalities in two variables. All right, so these first problems are asking you to solve for the variable, and then you're going to graph them. So for number 4 here, you want to get the b by itself. If you don't like the variable b, you can change it to be an x. I'm fine with that. We're going to get rid of that the 2 by subtracting that 2 from both sides. If you remember, I would sometimes do this when I have this gray dot line coming down. You can do that for each one of these if you want to, okay, but it's not necessary. That just sometimes shows the two different sides. So when you do one side here, you must do the other side. This is b is less than or equal to 4. Remember, you only switch your sign when you multiply or divide by a negative. Here I subtract it, so I do not multiply or divide. I want to see your 0 and your 4. It's a closed dot at that 4, and it's going to be everything to the left since it is less than. Number 6, very similar. We have this 3, which is attached by division, so I need to multiply to get rid of that. So I'm going to multiply by 3 on both sides. 3's cancel on the left. You have x is less than 12. Again, draw your line. We're going to have our 0, our 12. This time it's going to be an open circle because it doesn't have the equal to, and it's still facing to the left because it is less than. All right, number 7, we have a negative 5 attached by multiplication, so I need to divide by negative 5. Divide by negative 5. I cancel out. b is less than or equal to negative 2. I changed my inequality sign to be a less than or equal to because I had divided by a negative. So b is less than or equal to negative 2. Again, apply your negative 2. Your 0. It's a closed dot at negative 2. And it's everything, again, still to the left. Remember, the reason why we change our inequality sign here is because this is a set of solutions that I could plug in and it would actually work out correctly. So for example, if I chose like negative 3 times negative 5 is 15. Is 15 greater than or equal to 10? Yes, it's greater than, so it works. If I didn't switch this, I would have had b is greater than. I would have chosen any number over here. Say like 1. Plug 1 in. Negative 5 times 1 is negative 5. Is that greater than or equal to 10? No, negatives are not greater than positives, so therefore that would not work out. So that is why you have to flip the sign when you multiply or divide by a negative. All right, number 8. 2g minus 2 is greater than 6. Again, here we want to solve for a variable. I have to get rid of both of those 2's. You always get rid of the one that's furthest away. It's the opposite of order of operations. So this time I'm going to get rid of that 2 by adding that 2. Again, I'm just going to draw these lines here to help us delineate between the left and the right side. So add my 2, so I have 2g is greater than 8. The 2 is attached by my multiplication, so I'm going to divide. So I divide both sides, and I get g is greater than 4. And again, I'm going to plot this on my number line. I'm going to have an open circle of the 4, and this time it is facing to the right. All right, so for number 9, we need to again get our variable by itself. So that's our m here. We need to get rid of the negative 6 and the 2. We get rid of the 2 by subtracting 2 from both sides. So you have negative 6m is less than or equal to the 14 minus 2 gives you your 12. Negative 6 is attached by multiplication here, so you're going to divide by negative 6 on both sides. All right, cancel. You're left with m is greater than or equal to negative 2. Again, you have to remember, when you're dividing by a negative, just like we did in that previous problem, you have to flip your sign. So now m is greater than or equal to negative 2. On my number line, I'm going to plot my negative 2 and my 0. It's going to be a closed circle, and it's going to be going to the right. All right, last 2 for this video. Number 10 and 11, they give you the equation. They ask you whether or not that is a solution. So all you're really going to do is take the point that they give you, which is just an x and a y coordinate, and you're going to plug that into your equation. So here x is 2, y is 3, so you get 3 is less than or equal to 3 times 2 minus 1. 3 is less than or equal to 6 minus 1. 3 is less than or equal to 5. So the question is 3 less than or equal to 5?
The answer is... second. Come over and
yes.
See me how get your height.
Okay.
All right, number 11, same exact idea. This is my x, this is my y. Take the 5, plug it in for the y, less than or equal to 3 times 2 minus 1. So 5 less than or equal to 6 minus 1 is going to give me 5. So is 5 less than or equal to 5? Yes, it is. So that is going to come out as an equal to.